and what they would do with the Polish borders. What they didn't talk about was a lot of these countries in Middle Europe, Czechoslovakia, Austria. There was no plan on where the two armies would stop. Essentially, Roosevelt and Stalin left it up to the Germans to decide where that final stop line would happen. Eisenhower sent Patton south. Originally, that was to make sure the Germans could not reconstitute an army down in Bavaria. But once Patton cleared Bavaria, Eisenhower sent him into
Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street, in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private blockchain companies, the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators, bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Fetch.AI is unleashing the power of blockchain-based machine learning artificial intelligence. In other words, it's seeking to bridge the cutting edge of technological innovation with the products and services that we use every day. And with me is the CEO, Humayun Sheikh. Welcome to New York. Welcome to the NASDAQ.
It's a pleasure to be out here and finally see you personally.
I know. We've talked on Zoom so many times. Let's start with the crypto market. It's been very interesting over the past year. What do you think about the crypto market right now?
I think we're finally seeing some good momentum. We're finally seeing some good adoption. I think there is a lot of acceptance coming from everywhere, institutions included. So we have more proponents now than we've ever had. And the price has been reflecting that in terms of Bitcoin, what Bitcoin has been doing with a huge amount of inflation. I think, as we've all seen, it could be a good bet against inflation. So.
It's really interesting to watch the price because it will, there'll be a China regulation thrown at it, and it'll drop, and then it comes right back up.
Straight back. Yeah.
And then something else, and it'll drop and comes right back up. So it keeps wanting to rise.
Because I think people are seeing the potential that it could bring, and I think that's quite that is very important, because otherwise, if it's just a currency which exists, do nothing. And it's the whole space. It's not just BTC. It's obviously the whole adoption of decentralization, digital currency, many other projects which are coming online. So it's a good time to be in crypto. It's very exciting.
Yeah. So that's a perfect intro to my next question about your thoughts on Web3, the metaverse, DeFi. I mean, that all fits together, right?
Yes. I think there is a lot of hype. There is a lot of things which people say which are not true sometimes, but underneath it all, it's real, and we do see a lot of kind of utility for it. We expect to see a lot more adoption for it, and if I take all the things that you said, if I take them just separately and I just say, for example, Web 2, Web 1 gave us e-commerce. We saw big, huge companies which are kind of the top companies in the world these days. What we're now going to see is the next adoption, Web 3.0. 3.0, Web 4.0 even, because at the moment Web 3.0 is just enabling you to connect some wallets, make some decentralizations, but that's not going to be what really kicks it off. We need a lot more development coming, and that's on its way.
Yes. So where does Fetch.AI fit into this new technological world?
So we're building. I mean, if you look at what's been happening in the past, when a new technology comes in, you see a lot of hype. Then you see some real companies which produce some real tools which enable the businesses. So Web3 is going to have the same thing. At the moment, mostly Web3 is about finance, financial instruments, DeFi. But ultimately, what would happen is that real traditional businesses will start adopting Web3. And that's the process of digitization that will change the game, because that will change the whole model in the way businesses work. And what Fetch is doing is building the tools which enables you to do that. And in those tools, machine learning and AI is a very critical tool. So unless you're able to bring Web 3 and combine that with machine learning and AI, you will not really realize the full potential of the scale that is coming. And you have to enable personal enterprise, because that's where we're heading. We're trying not to see too many big corporates come through. We're seeing Web3 model is going to change that. So all the tools that you require, we are looking to build, and we are building, and we're launching several of those tools now.
Yeah, there's so much going on, and it's kind of hard to get your head around how we're going to be living in a generation or so. What are the opportunities that you are most excited about?
So, as I was saying, at the moment, what you have is this financial products, right? Although they are very important and they make a lot of money, they are very useful. Being able to transfer money across, that's great. But what are you transferring the money across for? The real business which is behind it. So how does it affect you and me as a person? Till we bring that on board, the whole scale of this Web3 decentralization, digital currency, will not be fully exploited. So what I'm more excited about than anything else is bringing those real businesses and onboarding them onto Web3 and utilizing the capabilities of data, utilizing the capability of machine learning and AI tools to actually enable individuals. And that's really, for me, that's the key. Okay.
And then, I mean, I've been hearing some people lately, especially since Facebook announced, Meta, the name change, that they're like kind of scared of this, like, oh, I'll live here on Earth. And I don't think they totally understand how it's going to look. I mean, how can people prepare? Should they be nervous about where we're headed technologically?
Not, in my opinion, definitely not. I think this is going to be an exciting time, and we're going to do some exciting stuff, and everybody will be inclusive. Now, when we say metaverse, the metaverse doesn't have to be a single metaverse. It could be a multiverse, where corporates can do the same, individuals can do, and everybody can participate and come together. The whole spirit of decentralization is to enable everybody. It doesn't matter if they're corporate or individual. And giving them the similar tools so that anybody and everybody can actually participate in it. So there's no need to be scared, I think, but I would say that people need to be open-minded and start adopting this new technology, because that is the future.
Well, and it certainly seems like it will allow you to do some things that we can't do now, like meetings in the metaverse with kind of avatars of people, and you're actually talking to each other that, we really only get on Zoom now, but you're actually, so there's some interesting things happening there. So what's the roadmap for Fetch?
Fetch is looking over the next 12 to 18 months very much to bring out all these tools which will enable these different business models. So, for example, a decentralized delivery network, for example, trying to enable service platforms and individuals to offer services, the search and discovery of these services. Because if you look at what is happening in this decentralized space, we're talking about all the very hyped up bits, but there are things like, how do you find somebody? How do you find who you're going to do or transact with? that key search and discovery element, which is in effect the Google of this new Web 3.0. So we are building tools for that, and that's what we're going to be launching over the next 12 to 18 months.
Okay, and how could a company or an individual get involved in this?
It's very easy. I mean, we have the website you can go and learn a bit more about. We're launching multiple products which are coming to the market over the next 3 to 6 months. You could engage by just getting used to digital currencies. I mean, you could go on Coinbase. You could just play with it. You can try and understand what's happening. And I think there is so, for example, on Coinbase we have some lessons. So you can learn a bit more about Fetch. You can learn a bit more about other currencies, not just Fetch, because it's a whole ecosystem. So you could do all of that now, and it's available right now.
Yeah. All right. Always fascinating stuff, Hawaiian. Great to see you.
It's a pleasure to see you, and thank you for all the time.
Thanks.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure is 100% private and does not collect or sell any of your personal data. Secure's Helix technology connects you securely to our Swiss servers without the need of a VPN, guaranteeing privacy and security for all your communications. Secure Messenger doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. Chat by Invites allows you to chat privately and securely with anyone outside of your secure network without the need for others to download Secure. Secure Send offers you a private and secure way to email anyone outside of Secure. You won't find this level of privacy or security on any other email or instant messaging application. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
PetProducts.com. Thousands of products. An Al Simon Wee Wee Pad Inventor Company.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Solar Integrated Roofing is transitioning into a nationwide solar conglomerate. In fact, SIRC is aggressively focused on becoming a single resource in solar, roofing, rechargeable batteries, electric vehicle charging as well. And with me is Troy Clymer, the COO of Cirque, and also Pablo Diaz, the president. So welcome back.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So since your last visit, I mean, you have had some updates, right? I mean, it was just a couple of months ago, but I know you guys have been busy. So probably you want to share, and then Troy, you can chime in.
Sure, yeah. The last time we were here, we were talking about all these new dynamic things that were happening at SIRC, and they've actually transitioned into reality projects that are really exciting, and we're going to discuss in a little bit, and the revenue behind them even make it more compelling. So it's what we were theorizing is now on production.
Okay, you want to elaborate a little bit about
Well,
that?
the most important thing we've accomplished since we saw you a quarter ago is we just completed our audit.
Okay.
So key thing for our uplisting strategy that we're doing. And then Pablo Diaz, my good friend here, is officially our president now. So those are two critical happenings that are helping to propel Cirque forward. The audit was a big thing for us to get done. We've done so many acquisitions, as you know, and so much growth. So getting through that audit of our fiscal year that ended 2/28/21 allows us to get ready to audit all the subsidiaries we've acquired since then, get ready to file our Form 10, because our goal is to be uplisted to NASDAQ as soon as we can get there.
Well, that was the thing. Like when we talked, there was a lot of acquisitions that just happened. There was a lot of consolidation, centralizing of the company. I mean, so how does it look now compared to 6 months ago, would you say?
Well, it's the ecosystem that we discussed last time. It's really taken root, if you will. The centralization and I'll let Troy speak on that he's done with certain functions that the company needed, have allowed him through his implementation, and his team has allowed us to really dig in at the subsidiary level. So, as an example, the data represents what we've accomplished: $25.5 million in sales last quarter, versus what we did last year. It's accelerated growth.
Yeah, no, it's been a huge year for the company.
It's been a lot of growth through accretive value, so it's so important that we translate that into organic growth. And so we're working very hard on that, and rounding out our senior leadership team. Dave Massey, our CEO and chairman, excellent. Me coming on, I'm just over 6 months deep into my role now. Pablo's been on deck as our president, going on about 2 months now. So you're starting to see a lot of synergy. We all work very well together, some of our other senior leadership. And as we work with all of the subsidiaries to, enhance their individual P&Ls, as we're working through the consolidation, it's important as we look at divisionalizing solar, roofing, EV. And we've been bringing a lot of new leaders in to these subsidiaries that fit with where we're going. As Pablo mentioned, we're doing as much in sales in a quarter right now as we were in a year last year. So Pablo can talk a little bit about some of the new senior leadership that we've put in place at some of our subsidiaries, USA Solar Networks included.
Yeah, we're really driving a push into our talent asset indicator, right? Bringing in talent that are going to just drive our growth. So, as an example, we brought on a NASDAQ veteran CEO to run as our COO into USA Solar Networks. Just that company alone has $50 million in construction right now. So when you add up all the different talent that Troy's discussing here, also with the cross-pollination, because I really want to take a little bit of time on that. Balance, as an example, Balance, the company that Troy runs, worked with USA Solar Networks, and out of that we were able to create a huge opportunity in an island called the Longnos Islands. Relationships they had with the infrastructure that we had. We're working with the President's office in the Longnos Islands. We've been commissioned to drive electricity to the island that just works off diesel fuel. So it's a marquee project, real excited for it. And really, it's that cross-pollination. We would have never got there without Balance.
Exciting to see the company. I mean, go from solar roofing to just this whole kind of energy, renewable energy company. So it's been exciting for me to watch, because I've known Dave for a few years. So
yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
And hi Dave, wherever you're at.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure is 100% private and does not collect or sell any of your personal data. Secure's Helix technology connects you securely to our Swiss servers without the need of a VPN, guaranteeing privacy and security for all your communications. Secure Messenger doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. Chat by Invites allows you to chat privately and securely with anyone outside of your secure network without the need for others to download Secure. Secure Send offers you a private and secure way to email anyone outside of Secure. You won't find this level of privacy or security on any other email or instant messaging application. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
PENNEXX Foods is a holding company that focuses on social media, prepaid debit cards, cryptocurrencies, artificial intelligence, marketing, and consumer rewards. And with me is the CEO, Vincent Risalvato, to talk about just the company in general. And let's start with just your social offers, because I know that's one of the things you're really working on right now. So tell me about that.
Yeah, yoursocialoffers.com is a incentive and reward site where consumers can come to save money. It's also a site where merchants can come and they can sign up to distribute their offers and coupons really all across the internet and all across social media, so they can share into Facebook and help to push their brand and bring more customers into their companies.
So how does that work? So I would go to your social, what is it? YSO.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yoursocialoffers.com.
Yoursocialoffers.com, yep. And I could sign up and get coupons for the places I love to shop?
That's exactly okay. Right. Be it Subway or East of Chicago Pizza or Moz, you can go online. You can find the brands that you like and sign up.
Okay.
That'll download a coupon that you can bring into store, or also there's e-commerce offers there also, so that if you're shopping for a product and you want to find a great deal deal, you can go to yoursocialoffers.com, find the deal, find what you're looking at, and in just a few clicks, be directed directly to get your savings.
Okay, and it helps the companies too. They're getting maybe conceivably new customers and more people.
It does. One of the biggest things about yoursocialoffers.com is that we really do have two big strengths, right? Consumers want to save money and merchants want to grow their businesses. Merchants work very hard at trying to find new sources and channels of customers to bring in, and we can do that because not only do we have our own database of Your Social Offers members, but we have an opportunity then, if the offer wants to be used, we can set it up so that they have to share with their friends. So say they want to get a $10 gift card at their favorite restaurant. What they would do is they would sign up and they share that with their friends. All their friends then get the discount. So to a merchant, instead of having to pay the high cost of acquisition for every single customer, all they have to do is pay for the acquisition cost of that first customer, right, and then all that customer's friends then have the opportunity to get those rewards.
Oh, the power of social media.
It is the power of social media and viral marketing.
Right. Now, what kind of new things is YSO doing?
Well, we just entered the cryptocurrency market today. You can actually go on and if you pick a reward that has a coupon or savings discount coupon for a real retailer that you're interested in, you can actually be rewarded in Bitcoin. And so what's interesting about that, right, is as you get that reward and that reward gets into your shopping cart, over time we all know that the Bitcoin has been growing and growing and growing. I mean, if you look over the last 5 years, it's gone, it's just a straight climb, right? It's like a mountain climb all the way up. So you get a reward that isn't just sitting there idle like with a gift card, right? You get the gift card, the money's just sitting on that gift card. It's not doing anything for the consumer. With us, potentially that value that they get, they're actually increasing that Bitcoin value as time goes on. So that's very exciting.
Do you need to have like a Coinbase or another digital wallet account in order to participate in the cryptocurrency?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you sign up, and if you want to get rewarded through Bitcoin or another coin, what you would do is you would enter your information, and then that reward goes into your account or your address.
Okay. Hi. Very interesting. Thank you so much, Vincent.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Secure has a solution for the email and messaging hacks that we are seeing on almost a daily basis here. I'm sure that these happen every day. We may not hear about all of them. And with me is the CEO, Alon Gahi of Secure, GlobeX Data, which Secure is one of their products. And Alon, let's talk about the Robinhood hack. So first of all, Robinhood is been a really interesting company this year. They were involved in the meme stocks, got a lot of attention, especially among younger stock investors. Now they're the victim of a hack. So what can you tell me about that you know?
Yes, Jane. So hi and hello to any of our viewers who are watching us right now. So Robinhood is an interesting company and controversial sometimes, and it could have a polarization. You have Some people that are for it and some are against it. They're very cult-like. So I don't know who hacked them, but I would imagine it's somebody that is not, they're either not a fan of Robinhood or somebody that knows that there's millions of people on that database, and the typical client base of Robinhood are generally a younger demographic. Obviously, they all use free email services like Gmail, for example, Hotmail, Yahoo, and so forth. The database, when it was stolen and they wanted to extract, I guess, the ransomware, they essentially got access to 7 million people. Now, in the article on The Verge, which is the one we're discussing about, in the article, Robinhood said, no, but they didn't get any social security back. I mean, we hear that all the time. They're not going to say, yes, they took the entire information. But these information slowly leak out. When you have a database and you're able to get one, you're pretty much able to get another one and another. The bottom line, even if the hackers didn't get the social security numbers, they have the entire name, email, phone number, address, God knows what else. I wouldn't be surprised if they get their account info as well. A few months back, there was another hack with Robinhood where people started to complain that they're missing money. So there were millions of dollars missing from their account, and that was due to the same problem, which is the email. And then from the email, they go to the password and so forth. Some people said, I use the same password for everything. Well, yes, you need a password manager, but the flaw is it starts with the email, right? So that's one of many financial institutions that are having issues with their database. And then, of course, the customer, it's kind of not their responsibility, but it is their responsibility to make sure their information is at least safe, or they use a proper password and an email that's not free and hacked and data mined every day.
Well, thank you so much, Alon. Always interesting to talk to you, and I look forward to our discussion next week.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here. Thanks, Jane.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Global Wellness Strategies invests in high-growth companies in the wellness industry and then helps them as they continue to grow. And with me is CEO Maris Kott to tell me more about global wellness. And I understand you just had a recent symbol change. So can you explain the new symbol? What was behind that decision?
Well, it was really sad to say goodbye to our old symbol because it was loan. And that was the first infusion into some of the companies that we're working with. But we decided that we really wanted to go into an area where people would understand where we were heading. It would provide greater visibility with basically the long-term strategy of the company, which is helping companies develop and commercialize medicines. So the Get Well Soon, we're taking a kind of a little push on it to say helping you get well soon with our products.
Oh, interesting.
We're hoping to change the OTC symbol as well, but we wanted to make sure that we changed our main exchange, which is the Canadian exchange, to begin with. But it was basically so people understood we are a company that's not only funding companies, but companies that help you get well.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's the end result, right? So now also, the last time we talked, you had talked about an acquisition, Shanty Therapeutics, and that was an Australian company. How did that go? I know Australia, at least from the U.S. perspective, has been under more strict lockdown than we have, we'll say. I mean, how did you navigate all of that?
It's been a real positive because we were not able to go visit the company themselves, and everybody was under lockdown until last Friday, which ironically they called Freedom Day. We were able to really Sud Agrawal, the doctor who's in charge of the company, basically he calls it, we sprinted. We had so much time to focus on what they are doing, which is basically changing the puzzle of pain, as I said to you last time. I mean, we're going towards being a first-class biotech company, utilizing a party drug in order to alleviate post-operative pain. And after, I don't want to go right into what we're doing, but the bottom line is it really, really helped us sprint to the next stage of the company's journey. Mm-hmm. So it was a positive for us.
Well, thank you again, Maris. Good to see you again. And let's do an update early next year when you know those trial results.
Oh, 100%. Happy Friday to you.
You too. PetProducts.com. Thousands of products. An Al Simon Wee Pad Inventor Company.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
Rigo is a commerce and banking solution, particularly for families. And the emphasis here is on protection of children, especially as we get into the holiday season and more kids will be using their financial technology to purchase things. So with me, Rick Lane, who is on the Rigo Board of Advisors, and Hemu Nigam, the child safety and privacy expert, to talk a little bit more about this. So Rick, let's just start with remind everybody of Rigo and what it is offering and what it's doing.
Oh, absolutely. And thank you, Jane, for having me again. Rigo as a company has built basically the back end of a child privacy first digital infrastructure. What it does is it allows for either a white label or the Missoula app to allow parents to really control in this new cashless society how their kids are spending their money. It takes care of the privacy of kids' information, but also teaches financial literacy. But the biggest thing for us, and why I'm excited about this product, is that it's about parental control as your kids are learning how to engage in e-commerce and commerce in general. And that aspect of it with financial literacy, privacy, and child protection is what this company is all about. Okay. And I have a 12 and a 14-year-old, so I'm like, right up the alley here in alignment with you. So, Hemu, first of all, thank you for coming and joining the show. It's great to meet you. And just talk about your background in child privacy.
Thanks for having me, first of all, for both of you. I'll say this. I started off actually in the bad side of the world where I was prosecuting everything from child abuse to baby murders, rape cases, specializing in that area. And then I moved on when the online world was starting. I was at the forefront of the online environment and one of the country's first online prosecutors going after child predators, human traffickers, and then eventually computer crime. And then through those years, and ended up inside one of the biggest software companies in the world, which is an exciting opportunity inside of Microsoft because they were trying to solve really cutting edge problems. How do you intersect technology and safety, especially when it comes to kids in things like Xbox and other online gaming environments. And then eventually became the chief security officer of MySpace. And MySpace was a place where kids were congregating. And because of that, also adults were trying to capitalize on those environments. So as the chief security officer, I was trying to find ways to solve that problem. How do you intersect policy, technology, the law, regulation, any kind of thing that you can do to enhance an environment where adults and kids are? But also we noticed at that time that e-commerce was starting to blossom. This is in the mid 2000s. So all of a sudden companies were coming online and looking for ways to capitalize on places where children were shopping online because that was the new thing they were doing. And for the last 10 years, I've been working with various companies doing these kinds of solutions. How do you identify an infrastructure when you're building a new product that allows you to say when a child is shopping or a child is engaging with someone or a child is posting something, how do you keep their environment safe? Or at least safer than it may be.
Thank you so much, Rick and Hemu, for joining us. Great advice for parents and kids. So thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
Danavation is a Canadian-based tech company that deals in the Internet of Things. It provides automated labeling, price, promotions, and products in real time. And with me is the CEO, John Ricci. John, welcome. If you can explain, what is Danavation?
Danavation, so we're IoT company. We specialize, and one of our main focuses on digital smart labels. Digital smart labels are little electronic devices, battery powered, 10-year battery life, no power required at the shelf, used in many applications, and we'll get into that. But what the intro said, we automate pricing, information, and promo in real time at the shelf or at any point where you need customer involvement or customers looking at something, whether it's in a healthcare in a building or a non-retail environment in one of our markets.
What is digital smart labels? How does it work?
So the best case scenario to talk about is food retail stores. So the present system of paper tags and stickies and perforated paper, printing at source in a store, printing from a third-party mail out that gets delivered to stores every week is a very tedious and labor-intensive process. What our label does is, if you have 100 stores and you want to change 2,500 prices, once you batch your prices into your system and you send it out from your server to the store server, that hits the base station in the ceiling, which is like a wireless router. That signal is sent to the tag sitting on the shelf in front of the specific product. The pricing update or promo information is updated in real time. So when you hit click at 12:01 a.m. tomorrow morning, in your 100 stores, 2,500 SKUs are changed. So store managers walk in, 100% active, no errors, no omissions, everything's changed pertaining to whatever marketing program you have, or if it was a competitive situation, or you just decided to either increase or lower prices of specifics in that store. What's interesting as well is you can set different price points across the continent, so you can have price points sitting differently with the same item from state to state.
And finally, John, how can somebody find out more about the company?
Our website, danavation.com. We keep it very current. We keep our press releases on there. There's a gallery, there's some cool videos, and we're very transparent. We're a public company. We went public in January 2021 under stock symbol DVN.cn on the CSE. And we have investor relations page, and we have a PR team, and we answer calls, we take calls, and we encourage visits to our showroom. We have an active showroom that's filled with all of our latest and greatest DSL systems.
Okay, well, thank you so much, John, for explaining Danavation, and I look forward to updates.
Great, thank you.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
Today we have Mr. Maninder Baller of the Strategic Group Advisor for SUIC, Mr. Uwe Valdau, a notable fintech advisor, and also Dr. Lim, who is QQPay's advisor to the board. So let's start, I guess, with Maninder. I mean, describe in brief SUIC, the Midas platform, the Benaway New Age financial ecosystem. If you could talk about that and the special features of that.
Thanks, Jane. Appreciate what you have just introduced us to the global network as well. All right. SUIC is actually in full is Sino United Consolidated Worldwide Company, SUIC. It is based and headquartered in New York, and it's also listed on the OTC market. So it's been quite an active company in the last couple of years, where it specializes to sort of move into technological-based programs and projects. So there's two areas, two divisions in SUIC. One is the social aspect of the research and development aspect, where it tends to do a lot of research in looking into new technologies for communities and business sectors. And the second part is that SUIC also has an investment arm. It invests in companies which are specializing, having products and services which are specializing in IoTs, which are internet IoTs, on AI, blockchain, and cloud computing. So these are the areas where SUIC has been always passionate to support. Now, what SUIC has come up with is, recently they have come up with two revolutionized ecosystem, which is the Swiss Midas Touch platform, where borrowers and lenders are brought together into one ecosystem and help each other to grow together. And the second ecosystem is a much more bigger ecosystem, where it brings in a lot of financial service providers, where it comes into one common platform, and all the financial service providers can actually leverage on each other on this mega alternate financial delivery system. So these are the two areas that actually SUIC has actually articulated in recent times. Going forward, I will explain that the SUIC Midas Touch platform is, like I said, it brings borrowers and lenders into one ecosystem. There's always a liquidity gap where the borrowers, where SMEs, when they're actually doing their financial settlement of their products, there's always a financial gap in terms of receiving funds from the bank when you do settlement under a payment gateway platform. And that's where the borrowers will come in and provide this liquidity into this ecosystem. The products that are innovated in the Swiss Midas Touch platform are two products. One is a Flash Pay and Free Pay. Flash Pay is where borrowers can actually go and actually get immediate funding. And the Free Pay product, which is also a subcomponent of the Swiss Midas Touch ecosystem, is actually where the products are actually given on the borrower, on the lending side of the ecosystem. So that is the Swiss Midas Touch ecosystem. Now, the second component, which I explained earlier, is the Bennyway financial delivery ecosystem, where it's a new age financial service system, which is an alternate banking platform. Like an alternative traditional banking platform is something different, where a whole range of financial stakeholders, such as payment gateway providers, cross-border payment companies, the P2P lending companies, the digital wallet issuers, and electronic card issuers are all kept into one mega financial platform, where each and everyone can support each other by providing this system to a lot of customers that actually can get access to the ecosystem in a more holistic nature. So this is the area where the Bennyway ecosystem is also contributing in a very big way. Now, the benefits of having a system like that is that it actually, when you are a financial platform provider and running the business on your own, you are all in your own world. You do not have a support. You have to stop going to the bank. But in this case, you can actually leverage on a lot of other providers who actually provide ecosystem that complements your platform.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and best of luck in your global expansion. Thank you, Dr. Lim and Uwe and Meninder, for coming in, explaining the company and everything you've been doing. Welcome to New to the Street. This is your weekly Hack the Secure segment with Elaine Guy. I'm Anna Berry. Elaine is with GlobeX Data, the leader in Swiss hosted private and secure communications and data management. Welcome back, Elaine.
Thanks, Anna. Happy to be here. Hello to our viewer.
Another hack this week, it seems that they are coming on strong. This is called a sophisticated chain attack, and it actually went through the FBI's website. How on earth did hackers get into the Federal Bureau of Investigation's website? Tell us how, Elaine.
Well, it's the same story because governments use the same big tech trillion-dollar companies like Microsoft, for example. I'm sure they were using an Office 365 email. And I don't know if you know, going back to another hack, the Department of Homeland Security got hacked not long ago. And the problem is that, well, there's no other choice. So somehow there was a weakness on the website, probably with the security of it, the patches, the back office, you know, behind the scene. And what's scary is that they were able to use a legitimate email to send a bunch of fake emails to everyone. So they took over that entire system. These large organizations have servers either in the cloud in multiple locations. Sometimes they have them at their own facility. But now, since January of 2021, when the first solar wind hack came to Microsoft, that was the scariest of all, because that was the time that now they stole the source code of Microsoft, or partially. And what happened is, in the old days, you know, basically last year is the old days in the internet world. So in the old days, a government or a state in different country, they would say, well, I want to have my data on my own territory. So they would do what we call on-premise data. So you would buy servers and you would have it in your own facility, as opposed to having in multiple locations, just kind of like the cloud. It's both of them are the cloud. One is called a private cloud and the public cloud. So what happens, I'm guessing that obviously the FBI, with all the resources they have, one of the most powerful companies in the world, they will have on-premise. But now, even on-premise, these emails can be hacked. So I don't know the mechanics of it, but the one thing is for sure, if you use the main 2 or 3 emails out there, you only have really 2 business email suppliers. You have Microsoft and Google with their G Suite. That's it.
Right. So it can really reach anyone. It's really about how much is your privacy worth? How much is that really worth? Because this is not that much. It's an upfront fee, correct?
That's it. So if you buy Secure, SECUR, which is a combo of the email and messenger, it's only $10 a month or $100 a year. You get 100 gigabyte of storage for your email, which is astronomical. If you just want the messenger, which is $5 a month or $50 a year, you have your messenger. I should add that by the end of this year, December 2021, we're going to be able to let people upload their contact list, which we don't mind, by the way. In fact, we didn't have that, but we're getting complaints. People have the habit of uploading their contacts. So we found a way to do it in a very private way, so we don't data mine them. So you'll be able to have your entire contact list on Secure, and then you'll be able to text someone that doesn't have the system and say, hey, I'm Anna, I want to chat with you, click here, and then you guys can chat privately in our tunneling system in Switzerland. So that's cheap. We're launching Secure Mail for consumers, and we're still debating it's going to be between $7 or $5 a month. If it's $5, we're going to make it 50 gigabyte, plenty for anyone. If it's $7, it'll be 100 gig, and we're launching Secure Mail for businesses, which will be able to have their own business domain. In fact, you'll be able to add, I think, up to 5 business domain. So it's really cheap considering all the feature that it does. And the end-all be-all application, by mid-February, we should have our own email app. And that means you don't have to configure anything, and you can use the Secure Send, Secure Reply feature. If you want to know about that, go to secure.com. And we're launching voice encryption at the end of Q1 and video conferencing at the end of Q2.
Oh, that's great. You guys have so many updates that we are so happy to feature here on our weekly segment. I'm always learning from you, and I really look forward to continuing on this conversation and hearing all these updates, because they're coming right now. We're almost into December, so we look forward to featuring you more. Thank you for this weekly hack, Elaine.
Thank you, Anna, and everyone be safe and make sure you watch your passwords and check out if your provider has been hacked, your shopping, wherever you go shopping, if they got hacked, change the emails. Be vigilant now because now it's the shopping season and hackers love to shop on your dime. So be very careful how you shop, how you put your credit card, all of that as we discussed before.
Yeah, if it can happen to the FBI, it can happen to you.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you for keeping us safe and secure with Secure. Thank you, Elaine, for joining us on New to the Street.
Thanks, Anna, and thanks everyone for watching.
Attention grill masters, home chefs, and foodies, you've just cooked the perfect meat. But traditional cutting boards can make it difficult to carve meats or cut fruits and vegetables, and there is always an annoying mess to clean up. Introducing the Carving King Dripless Cutting Board 2-in-1 system. Carving King's patented, ingenious 2-in-1 design keeps meats, poultry, fruits, and veggies securely in place while you carve, cut, and chop, while the built-in drainage system funnels the juices neatly into the collection tray. Carving King's size is big enough to handle large meats, such as turkeys, chickens, roasts, racks of ribs, you name it. Carving King also includes a removable cutting board for chopping fruits and vegetables. Guys, you know doing the job right means having the right tools, and Carving King makes you look like a pro. Call or go online right now to get your Carving
Patton's legacy confronts us with one haunting question about World War II. Why did the Allies spend years spilling the blood of thousands of men to oust a dictator in Germany and recapture the land from the German